All right, finally the big ones. Let's go through these again. What are the roles and responsibilities of the board? Governance, oversight, 40,000 foot, hire the principal, do whatever they can to support the school to get open and rolling. Address any issues if there's a problem. If you're not hitting any of the three big areas, finances or academics, what's the plan? And review what's happening at the campus. Again, 40,000 foot, oversight, those kind of things. Number two, how does the board make decisions? It's an open meeting law, so we give our agenda 24 hours in advance, published on our website, and we open up the room to anyone that wants to join. We run Robert's Rules of Order, so motions and seconds and all in favors and votes. It's a majority decision for votes that come up. And the principal will help you with this, and as will I, on what things need to be voted on, what do not need to be voted on. There'll be executive committee typically, and that's if there's something with the HR or some staff issues that are sensitive that the public should not be aware of, or that's very specific on what can be in an executive committee. And there's usually a call to audience, so the audience will have an opportunity to address the board, usually 3 minutes, 5 minutes, something like that. But fairly structured, just like every city council board, every nonprofit board that goes on in the country. Number three, could you describe a difficult decision that the board has to make and how you came to that conclusion? Probably the biggest would be, I mean, this is an odd question because it's a new board, new thing, but biggest would be just having the vision, getting other board members, making sure that we understand our mission and vision and we're all kind of on the same page, and really wanting to make a difference in the community. That everybody is coming into this with a pure heart in the right direction. So at this point, we haven't had too many of those major issues there. Major policy decisions that the board made during the founding phase: where we're going to locate, how we're going to fund, what model we're going to pick, which is classical education, how big we're going to be, the initial budget, how we're going to market the school. All those things are kind of founding phase type questions. Number five, what do you think will be the major policy decisions that you make next year? Principal, staff, leadership, early enrollment. Are we hitting our targets? Are we able to do what we think we're going to do? Picking the lender, making sure we have the right deal to fund our project and it makes sense for the school. Number six, has the board received any board training? Not of yet, but Jeff has a protocol and a program that he's going to run us through, which is adopted by Florida. And it's a big part of it. Just to explain about the open meeting law, what your role is and oversight, that kind of thing, conflicts, ethics, those kind of things. What does the planning year, what will you do in the planning year to learn to be a strong board? Get to know each other. Understand your roles. Understand what the role of the board is. A lot of things I'm just talking about here. What's the process of hiring a school leader? Market, put the word out, start networking, use the board connections in the community, and then look for someone that has the vision and the character and what we're looking for in a school and the academic prowess to execute on the academic plan. So that's a pretty straightforward. How do you evaluate the school leader? So Jeff will talk about this a little bit. I've got all kinds of stuff. Texas has a very specific school leader thing that I went through and evaluated and looked at, and I really like it. But same way you do a teacher, right? Are you hitting your goals? What's your culture like? All the basics. So we can get into that a little bit more if you feel like we need to. That